Late one summer evening, a young man found himself walking alone down a dimly lit street, the flickering glow of street lights casting eerie shadows across the pavement. The air hung heavy with an unsettling stillness as he navigated the quiet neighborhood. As he strolled along, lost in his thoughts, the distant sound of music reached his ears. Curiosity compelled him to follow the faint melody, leading him further down the desolate road. The notes seemed to grow louder, a haunting tune that sent shivers down his spine. Rounding a corner, the young man suddenly noticed a figure in the distance. A silhouette danced beneath the flickering streetlight, moving in a peculiar, almost otherworldly manner. The young man's pace slowed as he tried to discern the source of the music and the enigmatic dancer. As he approached, a cold breeze whispered through the trees, causing the shadows to dance in macabre patterns. The figure came into view, a man of average height with unkempt hair and tattered clothing. What caught the young man off guard, however, was the unnaturally wide and chilling grin etched across the stranger's face. The dancing man moved with an unsettling fluidity, his limbs contorting in ways that defied the laws of normal human motion. The music, now discernible as an eerie hum, seemed to emanate from the very air around them, creating an atmosphere of surreal horror. Fear constricted the young man's chest as he debated whether to retreat or continue forward. The smiling man's eyes locked onto his, gleaming with an unsettling intensity. The grin never wavered, stretching impossibly wide as if mocking the fear that gripped the onlooker. Summoning his courage, the young man quickened his pace, hoping to pass by the smiling stranger without incident. But to his horror, the dancing man mirrored his movements, maintaining a constant distance. Panic set in as the young man realized that he was being followed, the unsettling smile a grotesque beacon in the darkness. The young man sprinted, his heart pounding in his ears, but the smiling man matched his every step with an uncanny persistence. Desperation consumed him as he finally reached the safety of his home. Slamming the door shut behind him, terrified, he peered through a window, only to find the smiling man standing at the edge of his property, still grinning malevolently. The haunting melody lingered in the air, a chilling reminder of the encounter that would forever haunt the young man's dreams. To this day, he shudders at the memory of the smiling man, a spectral figure who danced on the boundary between the known and the unknowable, leaving an indelible mark on the thin veil that separates the mundane from the truly terrifying. In the unforgiving winter of 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers embark on a journey into the Ural Mountains of Russia. Led by Igor Dyatlov, a skilled and seasoned hiker, the group set out for what was supposed to be a challenging but routine trek. Little did they know, this expedition would culminate in one of the most chilling and inexplicable mysteries in the annals of the unexplained. The Dyatlov Pass incident. The group, comprised of university students and graduates, began their trek on January 23rd as they ventured deeper into the mountains. A treacherous snowstorm forced them to veer slightly off their planned route. Despite the adverse weather conditions, they pressed on, documenting their journey in diaries and cameras. However, as time passed, the group failed to send any expected communication, causing concern among their families. A rescue mission was launched, and what awaited the search party would defy explanation. On February 26, 1959, the search team discovered the group's tent on the slopes of Kolat-Syakhl, the mountain of the dead. The tent, partially buried in snow, was found to be cut open from the inside, as if the hikers had frantically fled in the dead of night. The group's belongings, including shoes and warm clothing, were left behind, a chilling sign that they had left in a state of panic following their tracks. The rescuers soon found the first two bodies, shoeless and clad only in underwear, near a makeshift campfire. It was evident that they had desperately sought warmth. In the freezing temperatures, the mysteries deepened as the search continued. Days later, 3 more bodies were discovered between the campsite and the tent. These hikers showed signs of fatal injuries, such as fractured skulls and broken ribs, seemingly inflicted with immense force, but lacking any external wounds or signs of struggle. The final 4 hikers were found months later, buried under several feet of snow in a nearby ravine. Autopsies revealed horrifying details. Their injuries resembled those sustained in a high-speed car crash, yet no external trauma or struggle was evident. Bafflingly, some of the victims exhibited traces of radiation. Theories abound, ranging from avalanches to secret military experiments and even extraterrestrial encounters. The circumstances surrounding the Dyatlov Pass incident remain shrouded in mystery, with each explanation seemingly as elusive as the chilling winds that swept through that desolate mountain pass. The Dyatlov Pass incident continues to haunt the realm of the unexplained. Deep within the heart of an ancient and foreboding forest lay the remnants of a forgotten village, its dilapidated houses standing like silent sentinels frozen in time. The air was thick with an eerie stillness, and the skeletal remains of what once thrived now whispered tales of a tragic past. This is the haunting chronicle of the abandoned village in the woods. In the midst of the dense foliage, a group of intrepid explorers, fueled by a morbid curiosity, embarked on a journey to unravel the mysteries veiled by the shadows of the forsaken settlement. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the decaying village, a sense of unease settled over the group like a spectral mist, clinging to their every step. The houses, their facades weathered and windows shattered, stood as silent witnesses to the passage of time. Each creaking floorboard and rustling leaf seemed to echo the ghostly whispers of the village's former inhabitants, who had long since departed, leaving behind only the lingering echoes of their untold stories. As the explorers delved further, the forest seemed to come alive with spectral energy. Shadows danced between the twisted trees, and the wind carried with it the echoes of distant laughter, now distorted into haunting cries. The air resonated with the unspoken sorrow of the village, as if the very essence of its tragic history clung to the moss-covered stones. In the heart of the village square, a dilapidated well stood as a testament to forgotten wishes and broken dreams. Legends spoke of a curse that had befallen the village, casting a perpetual shadow over its once thriving community. It was said that the spirits of the departed still roamed the narrow pathways, their ethereal forms glimpsed only by those who dared to tread upon the forsaken soul. The explorers, gripped by a sense of foreboding, pressed on, their flashlights cutting through the oppressive darkness like beacons of curiosity. Abandoned homes reveal glimpses of lives left in disarray, a child's toe, a shattered mirror reflecting the fractured past, and a decaying rocking chair swaying with the phantom breeze. As the explorers reached the outskirts of the village, an unsettling chill filled the air. The trees seemed to close in, their gnarled branches forming an ethereal canopy that obscured the moonlight. Whispers grew into audible murmurs, recounting tales of tragedy and despair that painted the forest with a spectral palette. In their retreat, the explorers felt an unspoken connection to the haunted past of the abandoned village in the woods. The echoes of sorrow and the lingering spirits clung to them, leaving an indelible mark on their souls. The forest, once a sanctuary of nature, had become a living tapestry of the supernatural, a testament to the enduring power of forgotten histories and the ghostly remnants of those who once called the village home.